All right, let's take a look at what is happening in the markets, and we start off with the local bourse, which got a mixed handover from the Asian markets. Of course, quite a lot of things that investors will be digesting locally. We do have the South African Reserve Bank's next interest rate decision coming out on a Wednesday. Before that, which is tomorrow, we do have Stats SA releasing the fourth quarter employment figures for the fourth quarter of 2023. But also, we also do have the producer inflation coming out on Thursday. Of course, this on the heels of the consumer inflation print that ticked up in February last week. So looking at the JSE today, slightly in the green, but basically flat, just 0.04% above that flat line. We do have the Resources 10 complex being the carrier of most of those gains, advancing almost 0.4%. Industrial 25 also following in the same direction with a gain of almost 0.25%, but backing that trend is the Financial 15. They're slumping more than 0.5%. Let's take a look at what is happening with the US markets, and on that front, those markets putting back from another week of record highs that we saw last week. Of course, just talking about inflation, we do have the Fed's preferred measure of inflation coming out this Friday. Of course, that will be digested on Monday. That is the PCE inflation figure. A sea of red over there. S&P 500 declining almost 0.5%. The tech-heavy Nasdaq down 0.14%, and the Dow, they're pulling back by almost 0.33%. Let's take a look at what is happening with the European markets. Quite a mixed picture that we are seeing over there, with the FTSE 100 slightly in the red by 0.06%, but greening there's the CAC 40 by more than 0.1%, and the DAX advancing by more than 0.25%. Let's take a look at what is happening on the currency scene and start off with how the rand is doing against some of the major currencies. Pretty good that the rand is still below 19 rand against the US dollar. Of course, we did see it going above last week, now just above 18 rand 90. Against the pound at 23 rand 90, and against the euro at 20 rand 48. Let's take a look at how the other currency pairs are doing, starting off with the euro dollar at 1.03, pound dollar at 1.26, and the yen just above 151 against the US dollar.